the rain clouds did and got real yucky out. So it's a good day to stay in and craft. I'm usually live 3 o'clock on Sunday. I hope we're good. Yeah, there is a storm coming through, so I guess like it just said, it popped off the connection. So let's hope like last week it doesn't just kick me off and then, hi Marcia, and it just doesn't kick me off of here like it did last week. We are having a storm. Just started, of course, it has to, right when I'm ready to do something, but that's live TV, right? So we are going to make this adorable card today. I found this on just scrolling through some YouTube channels and different kinds of designs of cards, and I really like this little fancy fold card like this. Hi Judith. We will go through the dimensions in just a moment. Let's talk about the giveaway first. So in one of my videos on my YouTube channel, I made this little Dalmatian scissor charm. See that there? So that's in the giveaway this week. And then I went into my basket again, and I have a hodgepodge of punches and things that I found in there that you guys, somebody might like to put in their collection. Hey, Lily. You might be able to do something with. Okay, so then you're going to get one of these cards that we make today, and then you're going to get this this little card. I found this in my collection, and you know the craft fairs and stuff is coming up. So oh, I'm so glad you watched me make him, Judith. Thank you. So the craft fairs and carnivals and stuff are coming up, and when I saw this is from a retired set. But it reminded me of the New Jersey Boardwalk and the carousel there that they are now taking down. And I was like, oh, I just want to share this card with someone. So you get that one right there. And then this one is from Paper Pumpkin right here that we had put together a couple of weeks ago. So I love this design in here. Life is tough, but so are you. You've got to know somebody that might be having it, you know, having to be tough through a situation. That would be a good card to send them. So that's the giveaway, just a hodgepodge of different little, you know, bunches of stuff. 3 cards and the little Dalmatian scissor charm. That's for this Sunday. Now, let me move this aside right there. And if you look up here, I have some Stampin' storage. And that is new. And let me just tilt this up just a hair right there. See it? Okay. Right there is for ink pads. And what I did right off was just get one of each. So now I know exactly, like I need 9 more of these things to hold the ink pads that I have. And I love this topper where you can stand things up and put your glue and everything. This right here, we're going to use Night of Navy in a minute. But this is for your blends, and they sit so nicely in here. I actually need, for what I have, I had to put it in my cube right here. I got the cube with the flat top. So I really need, for my blends, I need one more tier, you know, just one more row. But of course, they come all together. I'll show you that in just a second. I'm going to get, of course, another one because I always add to my blends. And I never get rid of my blends. I love them. Yes, I hope there's no problem with this internet connection. We are having a storm. So, which of course, like I said, just started. Of course it would, you know, right here at 3 o'clock. So, so it just couldn't wait 30 minutes for us to get through this video. But yeah, and we're experiencing very high winds. So let's hope that we stay, instead of what happened last week where it just cut out on me. I didn't even catch it. So this is a fancy fold card. I just love this. Wait till you get the dimensions of that. Now, if you order from me, place an order with me. These are the 2 free card kits for this month. We have the Dutch door card here. That was I just had to pass this on to you guys. So much fun fold of a card. And of course, I love the little hedgehogs. They're adorable. So that right there. And then this one is just a traditional card, a little thank you. Now I use thank you. Of course, there's no stamped images. Not allowed to do that. But you get envelopes and the 2 card kits. And that's if you place an order from me at my online store. Then I have my Happy Crafting Card Kit class. Now this is 4 completely different designs. Every month they will change. I'm just starting to do this, so bear with me because I'm new at it. And you guys are. I really do appreciate it. And there's the 4th design. You get 2 of each, and you get an exclusive video to your email explaining, showing you how to put the cards together. And so you just email me at joannemaddie@outlook.com and tell me that you'd like my Happy Crafting Card Kit. I either send you an invoice through PayPal, or if you can't do PayPal, I do take a money order or a personal check. And the personal check just has to clear the bank, and then I will send you the kit, and the video will go to your email. So those are 2 specials that I have. And now let's look at this storage. This is for the ink right here. The number for that is 149168. The blend storage, see how they do come apart, but they come in 5 in a set. And the number for that is 149169. The open cube is 149171. The storage topper is 149170. And the lid is 149167. And now this paper here that I'm working on today, I love to decorate, like my table. And so I love that this had the Stampin' Up logo, plus it had the flowers. And it's a floral grid paper, just available while supplies last, 150819. So that is just, I love to decorate where I play. Now with this stamp set, today what I did was I used the Bloom by Bloom stamp set, and I used a big thank you stamp set right here because I love this. Friends are flowers in the garden of life, and I thought that went really well with the Bloom by Bloom. So let's see. We start with a card base, and I wanted to show you this. We start with a card base right here. Let me tip this down just a little bit because I was showing you my storage. Just turn that just a little bit. Okay, there we go. Good. So we're going to start with this card base, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, but we're going to open it like a book. Then what you're going to do is stick it in the trimmer, and you're going to cut this at 6 3/4. So I'm going to do that here. And then I'll show you, of course, what it looks like. We'll have 2 then. So if you cut it at 6 3/4, you get the flap. All right? So it's just that simple. Then what I did was, here's the one that I'd already cut. It didn't matter which one we used. Then what I did was I took a piece of regular Whisper White, and this is 3 inches by 6 inches, scored at 3 inches. That's to make this flap right here. Our outside layer, this is Night of Navy, and it's 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. And then the DSP from the Bloom by Bloom is 5 by 2. Now, this card right here, you can use any DSP that you have. You just take these dimensions and use any DSP because it's designed to use front and back of the DSP. Okay, so that will layer on that. Then this piece that will go on our little 3 by 3 piece or 3 by 6 piece here is the Night of Navy is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and the DSP is 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. So it'll layer like that. My inside piece is Night of Navy at 5 1/4 by 4, and then I have a Whisper White piece that we're going to stamp on at 5 by 3 3/4. Basically, everything is cut down 1/4 of an inch. This way you get a nice 1/8 of an inch border. So we're going to, let's see, let's move this card to the bottom here. And let's go ahead and do some stamping. Now, you want to take your card base here and take your other little mechanism right here and kind of put it where where you think that you want it. You can put it up higher, you could put it down lower. I happen to like it in the middle. And then I'm just going to get a very, very light pencil mark. Okay, I don't measure anything, guys. It's just eyeball it. I'll hold my finger here, and I'm like, okay, my sentiment has to be right about there. I have a little teeny tiny dot of a pencil mark right there. So good enough. Now, for my sentiment, my inside sentiment, I'm going to use Straight Night of Navy. I think that's what I did here, yes. And that was that beautiful sentiment, friends are flowers in the garden of life. Into the Night of Navy, I see my little pencil mark, and I'm just going to take this right there. Just like that. And you can't even see the pencil mark now. That's fantastic. So just there. Now then, we are going to do some flowers from the Bloom by Bloom stamp set. And I want to use my Pineapple Punch because of sunshine, and the lovely lipstick because of the rays of the sunshine. You know how sometimes they are that kind of fiery, orangey pink. So we're going to use that. And I'm just going to take my flower here, and I'm going to stamp it just wherever you want. And it's okay if this one hangs out. No big deal on that. And I like to use 3 of those. Then into my lovely lipstick, I'm going to leave that open to do my envelope. Then into my lovely lipstick with the center. And there's a couple of centers in that stamp set. You've got this one right here, and then you've got this little star one right here. I happen to like that one for this flower. Into the lovely lipstick, and just in the center. Ah, that just really makes that pop, didn't it? Hi, Vicki. Hello, Deborah. Oh, hey, everybody. See, I get into playing, and then I don't check my little hellos here. Hello. So, okay, so that's that right there. Was that what I was supposed to do? No. Oh my goodness, guys, you just watched me really mess up there. What we really wanted to do was stamp all of that on this piece of Whisper White, which will be fine. We'll just cover it up. Ah, I can't believe I did that. Yes, I actually can because I'm live on camera. You want to use, I'm sorry, the piece of Whisper White that's 5 by 3 3/4. I really did mess that up. Okay, back in here with our sentiment. Although that does look pretty in that card, doesn't it? You could really just layer from there and be happy with it, but that's not the look that I was going for, so sorry. Okay, now, well, it just means we get to stamp more, right? I'm going to make my flowers here, here, and here. And I didn't even take a measurement with this little thing. I kind of know where it goes now, I guess, you know, from doing it many times now. All right. A little bit more lovely lipstick here. And just inside the flower. Okay. Now, let me close this up. And now what we're going to do is mount this onto the piece of solid cardstock, whether it be Night of Navy or whatever color that you want to use. And go ahead and use your snail for this, because nothing is embossed. We snail most of this. We snail all of this card. I believe I do. Maybe the little flower I used a little Tombow. So this we want just in the middle, leaving a nice border. Now I am, oh, so sorry. I am going to bring in this bottom piece that I messed up on, because it doesn't matter. This is going to layer on top of it just like that. But first, we have to attach our other mechanism here. And this is what is going to cover that just perfectly right there. All right? Just like that. So I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to attach some snail right here on my flap, and I'm just going to bring it over to the back of that card. just so that it's, you know, it's secure. All right. Very, very simple. Isn't that fun? You wouldn't think that it was that simple to do. So like this is 3 by 6. You could do it any size that you want. Yeah, you know, and it would be okay. You can make a thinner one just to cover the sentiment. That would be nice too. Then just snail the back of it. And then this element goes inside the card, and yours will not be stamped. Oops. Oh, that's what makes life fun, right? Okay, so here we go. Do you see how this is closing, starting to close? Okay, let's move this out of the way. And let's bring in our other pieces here. And remember, you can use any kind of DSP that you want with this, because this is just like if you were to have like a card sketch, and then you can, this is great for anything. So we want to layer these, and I want on the large part, on the long part, I want the flower part of the DSP up. So I want this over here. Now for the giveaway, the only thing you got to do is, if you're watching, just leave a comment, say hello, and then at about 8:30 at night, I go ahead and draw a name. Now on this one, I want these, like these remind me of blueberries. So I want these up. So I want to put my snail on this side. And I want a nice border of Night of Navy around that also. Now let's bring our card base back in. And we're going, look how pretty that looks. We're going to attach that there. And this one here. And that really, that just dresses that card up so nicely. And because we have layering, guys, this is a nice solid card. It feels really good, you know. So it feels nice and, I don't know, together. It's not flimsy, because we have so much cardstock layering going on. So we're going to take this, put it right here. Layer that down. Nice. Let me take this away. And then I'm going to put my snail on the back of this. And I'm going to layer it right here on the outside of this. Right there. Now, I do want to get my bone folder. This is something that, you know, I've talked to you guys before. I kind of don't like when it bounces open, but honest, this card to stand up, it's good if it kind of bounces open a little bit. Maybe not that much, but it is good if it bounces open a little bit, if it's going to stand up. So I use my bone folder and just try to get a really, really, really good crease on this. Like that. Just like that. Now, what I did was I cut out with my circle framelits in Pineapple Punch, because it reminds me of sunshine. I cut this circle out, and then I did a stitched. And I'm going to take my Night of Navy here. Let me get my pad back in. Put this to the side, because we are on photopolymer, and I want to stamp my thanks in full strength Night of Navy. Just like that. Oh, so nice. Let me get an envelope. Oh, so pretty. So let me put that aside and let that ink dry. I'm going to bring that in, and we're going to put our flower on the outside of our envelope. Just down here and here. And like I always say, I absolutely love an envelope that has a little bit of decoration on it. I always think that if somebody gets a card from me, they know it's from me because there's ink on the outside. Just like that. So pretty. Just a real springy kind of card. I'm so excited. It's so pretty here in Upper East Tennessee. The red buds are bloomed, and I'm going to take some snail and put this on the circle there, just like this. Let me move this envelope out of the way. But it is just so beautiful here. The color, the red bud and the dogwood, pink and white against the green that is popping out this spring is absolutely one of the prettiest springs I've really seen in Upper East Tennessee in a very, very long time. Now this, you want to use some dimensionals. And I am going to put 5 because I don't want to get any bounce in the middle at all from this project. Because like I said, it is a thicker card. You'll feel it when you put everything together like this. But it's a fantastic design for any kind of DSP. And now I'm just going to attach this right here in the middle. Just like that. And then, now, you guys, I want this to lay down, okay? So I made this little flower from the punches in the Bloom by Bloom. There's some of them I'm giving away in the giveaway right here because I know you can't get those punches. So there's enough to make a couple of them with the center and the leaves right there in the giveaway. I put that in there too. But you can use anything over here. Any kind of little something that you can cut out, you know, any kind of framelit, something small. Now, but what I want to tell you is that this is, like I say, this is heavy. So I don't think snail is good. I put this together here with snail, but I think that you should use some Tombow when you put this down for this closure. You know how I make my little closures there. I'm just going to kind of smush it around with my finger so it doesn't smush out. All right. And now I'm going to close this. I'm going to put the part of the little embellishment over this that has no glue on it. And put the glued side, what has glue, on the project. This way then, this can flip open. See that little closure there? I love making those. Isn't that fun? So that will just adhere in just a second. There we go. Hey, we're done with our project for today. Isn't that fun? I absolutely love the Stampin' Storage. I will be getting all of it and more of it to do every bit of my my ink pads. I love the way that it holds the ink pads. I love the way that I have this in front of me now. I did have it off to the side, but this makes life just easier to craft with. I will say that much. So thank you so much for watching. Please go to StampinInTheValley.com. Click on the big blue button. You can order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Products. Let's add our rhinestones. We're going to add a larger one here on our flower. And then 2 kind of medium-sized ones or smaller ones here on the project. Just like that. And there's our little closure. Isn't that fun? Thank you so much for coming by with me on this Sunday afternoon, spending a little time with me in the craft room. I do appreciate it. And here we go. Watch. You wouldn't even know that I did that underneath there, right? Just that's a secret between all of us, right? That worked out. I'm glad I could save it. So there's our little closure and our cards for today. So, yes, and in the giveaway, you will receive one of these cards and then everything that I had in that pile. All right? So very, very nice to see every one of you here. And thanks again for coming by and spending a Sunday afternoon at Stampin' in the Valley for just about 30 minutes. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful Sunday and happy crafting.